What's up guys, Harthic here. Today we're playing some more Shadowrun. Last time we reported the news to kindly Cheng, and she told us that our dad is probably dead. We got to see some security footage of him fighting off some thugs, though we never did see him actually get killed. So, there's doubt. We got this nice place with Isabel, Gobbet, and Wu, and now we're gonna go to sleep for the night. The cot in your cabin is neatly made, with crisp-looking sheets and an insulated plastic blanket. A fine layer of dust coats its surface. It's been a long time since anybody slept here. Well, let's go to sleep. You climb into the cot and worm your way under the sheets. They've been starched stiff as boards, but you slept underneath worse. The lice and bed bugs that plagued your old prison cell are mercifully absent here, and the salt air is fresher than that rancid stink of the Redmond Barrens. The moment your head hits the pillow, exhaustion sets in. You can barely keep your eyes open. Sleep watches over you like a warm bath, and everything goes black. Time to sleep. What's going on here? Huh. That's probably not good. What is this? I guess I'm dreaming it? Huh. Okay. The dream is suffocating. The shifting tunnel of glass and steel, the towering silhouette of dark majesty, the shadowy doorway, and the teeth. They snap at your heels as you claw your way back to consciousness. You open your eyes to Duncan looming over you. He shakes your shoulder roughly. Harthic. Come on, Harthic, wake up. We gotta go talk to Kindly. The others have already left. That was one rough night. He lets go of your shoulder, cocks a thumb at the hatch. We gotta go. I've been trying to wake you for a while now. You were thrashing around in your sleep. Glad you did. I was having one hell of a nightmare. He reaches up and rubs the back of his neck. Yeah, I didn't sleep well either. I had a bad dream last night too. You okay? I'll survive. His fingers hit a knot. He winces. But man, nothing's gone right since we stepped foot in this country. I'll tell you something though, and this is after a full night's sleep. I don't believe Ray's dead. What makes you say that? I don't believe it myself either, but hey. Think about it. That statement from the cops on the newscast could be fake. Ours was, and that surveillance footage, we never saw Raymond get shot. The camera was hit by stray gunfire. His passion is intense, but contained. Focused. Raymond's alive, Harthic. I know it. You make a good case, Officer Wu. He smiles. His teeth are white and straight and perfect. Should have been a detective instead of a headbuster, right? His smile fades. God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again, squatting on a stinking trawler. My partner's gone, Raymond's gone, hell, I'm gone. I don't even have a name anymore. And now I can't even go to sleep and hide from it all without having a nightmare. His jaw tightens and his teeth grind so loud you can hear it. What else is going to be taken away from me? Still got that piercing, hold it together, nothing. I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Wu's mouth tightens. Too soon, Harthic. He checks his watch. Gobbet and Isabel left a while ago. We should get going too, see what that triad lady has to say. Okay, let's go see what Kindly has to say. Sounds like a plan to me. Gobbet and Isabel are probably still in pretty deep shit for bringing us along. But let's go see if we can smooth things over some more. And maybe she has some more info on Raymond. You never know. Hey look, we got a hostage today. That's a good sign, right? Kindly's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of kindly Cheng. She beckons to him with her finger and he struggles towards her, the loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. An acetylene torch lies on the table at Cheng's right hand. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why does she have a torch? Kindly Cheng ignores the scene. She behaves as if all is right in the world. How did you sleep, my little ones? Like a baby, Auntie. I'm still in the afterglow of our tour of the walled city. The triad boss's eyes turn to half moons of amusement. Afterglow? Really? She nods her head back towards the pillar of meat standing behind her. Then you should be delighted to say hello to your old friend, Strangler Bao. He's here because of you. How very pleasant to see you again, Mr. Bao. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. Well then, now that the niceties are over, let's get to the nasties. She indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shitbird here is a plainclothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trolley you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. Well, that's probably not good. She nods her head back towards the pillar of meat standing right behind her. You can thank Mr. Bao for that. Thank you for guaranteeing our safety, Mr. Bao. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. She addresses the bloody man on his knees. Now, shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything, I swear. We just got the orders last night. He pushes his head toward Yuan Wu from the floor, struggling to keep his balance. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up? The old woman lifts her foot, taps his chin with the toe of her shoe. How high? The cop looks up at her, looks around at the room filled with triad soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead? Cheng spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. The cop wears the spittle. He never lifts his head. It's the truth, madam. I swear it. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists. We're to terminate them with extreme prejudice. Kindly Cheng shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingers into scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzzed-out hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the executive council in the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill two nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? Yes, but why the need to label us international terrorists? She strokes the policeman's cheek with the back of her hand. Her rusty voice becomes sweet as she explains the ways of the world. Propriety, my darling. When the government has someone gunned down, they prefer to make it appear justified. The people feel safer when their murderers feel like part of civilization. My, but you have definitely fallen into the deep end of the pool. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The exec council is chosen by the corporate board of governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call all the shots, neat and efficient. Kindly Cheng steps back from the cop and lights one of her thin black cigars. For the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. She looks around the room. But not for us. Triad woman takes a long pull from her cigar and taps her ash on the kneeling cop's head. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Hawaii, shitbird? No one, madam. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted the kill for myself. No one knows they're here. I swear it. She turns to an enforcer. Mr. Mao? Bao fiddles with the PDA on his meaty hands. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bao. She nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. This cop is so dead. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. The hell, that was a cop. Cheng takes a drag on her cigar. I know, my darling. Now he's a silent cop. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles, and begins playing with them absently. It is clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city. Something having to do with prosperity. And the executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her tiles, one by one. Click, clack. Now they want you dead for it, too. Click. The plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day, too. She knocks the pile over and it clatters to the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead black eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gutshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the triads who could take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourself resourceful, and you have no existing connections here. That can be a positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners. Wu grunts. His jaw tightens, but he stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body on the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to wipe. You'll have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again. And while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black, where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. What's in this for you? Besides the money and the benefits of helping others in my community, I need to learn who killed one of my clients and then ordered the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates it must be confronted, or I stand to lose everything. How would the arrangement work? I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of union very quickly. It's all very civilized. She leans in. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help me find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You are completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindly Cheng will be your partner. Wu's hands go to his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little, confused. I gotta wrap my brain around this, Harthic. Things are moving fast. There's a lot to process. Think about it, it'll give us freedom. You had to see this coming. Think about it, Duncan. This gives us freedom to find out what happened to Red. I know. I get it. I just gotta reconcile this whole. He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hand away. Ah, fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He nods. The decision's made. I'm in. What about you? I'm gonna find out who killed Raymond. Wait. This one. I think Ray's still alive too. Let's run the shadows and figure out what happened to him. Because I do think he is alive. Raymond is alive. I'm sure of it. So I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Cheng keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father. Then it's done. Your way is now open to you. She gestures to her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear, whispers into her sleeve. First owner of business. Harthic here has already chosen a street name. She turns her attention to Wu. But Duncan Wu don't exist anymore. You'll need one too. Wu sighs. Yeah, okay. I'll think of something. Gobbet rubs her cheek against her rats, a glint in her eye. I think we've already got you covered, Gun Show. She turns to Isabel. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was gonna stick. It has stuck. Gobbet, Isabel, we'll handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say Nightjar. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. She's pointing at you. My computer? I'm not the leader type. You are now, by process of elimination. She points to the little decker. Isabel isn't the leader type. You got that right. She moves her finger to the orc girl. As for Gobbet, let's just say Gobbet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. Then she rests her finger on Wu. And then there's Gun Show. She wiggles it. The jury's out on Mr. Gun Show. Meaning? Her response is direct, straightforward. Meaning there's a lot going on within that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. So I'm in charge because I'm the best of the worst. Oh my sweet, don't put it that way. She opens her arms. You're the most equipped for the role. She's making sense. You're the right person for this, Harthic. Okay then, guess I'm running the show. I can't go back. Harthic, guess it's time to test it off. Okay then, guess I'm running the show. Wu shakes his head, eyebrows raised. Gonna be weird calling you Harthic again. Haven't called you that since we were kids. Gobbet looks from Isabel to Wu to you. I guess this is our new crew. The rat on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the shadows, Harthic. Okay, cool. Looks like I'm in charge of the crew now. If only because Kindly Cheng doesn't trust anyone else. I'll take it. Crew advancement available. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and new combat skills. Clicking the icon on the lower right will open the crew advancement menu. Okay. Ah. So they give me a little bit of choice in how I want my characters, my companions, to evolve. That's cool. So I can use this to augment her ranged combat. Her ranged combat skill and SMG specialization would go up by 1. so she'd be better with her gun. This one makes it so her spirits last at least 2 rounds, maybe more. That sounds cool. So we'll confirm that. What's Isabel done? So that's kind of cool. With her grenade launcher that blew me up last time, I can instead launch little mines, which I can detonate when I want, presumably on her turn. Or I can give her an updated blaster for when she's decking. I'm going with that. I want her to be a good decker, because decking is fucking important in this game. And then we've got Wu. I can make it so he fires incendiary ammo, does 2 more damage and pierce his armor, or I can give him a beanbag gun. Does 2 AP damage and imbalances targets, which makes them easier to hit. It cannot crit. And it costs 1 AP and 2 turn cooldown. 2 turn cooldown. Yeah, they both. More damage is cool, but I like fucking somebody over for a turn, so we'll go with that. Okay. Back to the boat. Wonder if we'll get to meet our companion in the engine compartment anytime soon. That's okay. There's my mission computer. Okay, guys. I think that's going to be it for this video. We now have our team set up. I'm working for Kindly Cheng officially now, and we're all Shadowrunners. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it, comment below, subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at Harthic7790 or my Tumblr page, harthic.tumblr.com. Until next time, guys, this is Harthic. See you later.